as an engineer, I just figure, why not engineer a future that you love? I think we all know what it's like to have a trip or something we're looking forward to. What if your whole life was something you were looking forward to because you designed it so well? And so engineers are about design, built on reverse engineering finish lines and goals. And so I went to an engineering school, one of the best engineering schools in the world, and I was around brilliant people. But what I found is that these people are not applying engineering principles to lifestyle design. So what I've got it boiled down to is health, wealth, and love. So who doesn't want to be healthier, wealthier, and more in love? And I have it broken down into subcategories. So the categories are health, wealth, and love. And then the subcategories are health is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So I've had mentors in the past that are multimillionaires, very successful engineers, CEOs, this, that, and the other thing, but they're not very healthy. Right. Or maybe they're wealthy, but they're not in love. And so I just saw that and was, why would you want to be really, really wealthy, but not healthy? That doesn't, like, you buy a Ferrari, but why not live in one? Live in a Ferrari, your body, right? So health is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Wealth is how you earn your money. In other words, is it meaningful work for you? The how. Number two is it profitable? Meaning, is it going to be needed in the future? I always joke, say, don't sell horses when the car's invented. And again, some people get mad at that because I love horses. No, I meant it as metaphor. Wealth. And then is it increasing or decreasing over time? And then where do you invest the money? And I say invest rather than spend or consume. And then the last one is love, which is your intimate relationship, your immediate family, your clients, colleagues, team, mentor, mentees, all these things. And so if you're 1 in 100, if you're top 1% in health, top 1% in wealth, and top 1% in love, that's 1 in a million statistically, if you do the math. So it's 1 over 100 times 1 over 100 times 1 over 100, which is 1 in a million. And I realize now not a lot of people are mathematical thinkers. There's 4 modalities of thinking we can get into if you want. One of them is mathematics, and it's the rarest, which is why no one likes me. I'm kidding. But ultimately, that's what I think people are missing. They're missing the mathematical reverse engineering approach to holistic lifestyle design, because we can design a product, right? The iPhone is well designed, but why aren't we designing our life just as methodically?
Well, I really appreciate what you mentioned a little bit earlier about people, depending on their environment growing up, they were afraid of falling in love. And I'm curious, what other patterns maybe have you noticed in teams and individuals that you work with that's consistently limiting their growth?
Very, very excited. I just crossed my 10,000 hour tracker, and I only coach, train, and podcast at this stage. Luckily, I have an 18-person team, and I know you're big on delegation and working smart. And I think working hard is critical to working smart, because after you beat your head against the wall for a long period of time, eventually you get frustrated enough to actually work smart. So I started working smart, and I've been in business now for 8 years with my business partner, Kevin. So at this stage, I'm able to now just coach, train, and podcast. So coaching is 1-to-1, training is 1-to-several, and podcasting is 1-to-scale. But ultimately, to answer your question, the thing that has been very clear to me, coaching people, training people, podcasting, I have over 10,000 hours now. I crossed it probably 2 weeks ago, of coaching, training, and podcasting with people all over the world. I know you're nomadic. You mentioned you're digital nomad, so you're outside Japan, or you're in Japan rather, right now. Well, I've been nomadic virtually. I mean, I've coached people, not in every country. We're heard in 175 countries on our podcast, but I've coached people from New Zealand, people from Italy, tons in Canada, all across the United States, South America. One of my clients is in Peru right now, and people all over the world, and different cultures, different backgrounds, different industries, male and female. And eventually what you realize is that everyone is afraid of one of two things, or both. The first one is failure. That's the one everyone knows. That's the one that's obvious. Yeah, of course. No one wants to be embarrassed and fail and be seen as a failure. No one wants to be seen as a loser. But the other one that I think is rarer, but very, very, very apparent with some people, is they're afraid of success.